What's up, everybody? Welcome to another video. Today, I wanted to take a second to talk about something that's kind of a unique experience that I've never even thought about, and that is how injury can kind of make you have to readapt to how you're learning a language. So recently, in the last couple of days, I broke my elbow, which is great fun. That's if you'll see these marks on me, it's from the wreck that I had, but I'm okay. I mean, it's a little bit of pain or whatever, but things are healing, and it's a freak accident. All you got to do is just kind of, all I can do is really wait it out and just let things heal. But anyway, I want to talk about how this is kind of the first time in my language learning journey where something has happened that has made me not be able to study the way that I've been studying. I've been studying Mandarin now for like pretty hardcore for a few months, and I've been learning. I've been watching stuff and things like that, but I've mainly been learning vocabulary through written exercises I write. And I'm right-handed, which I cannot currently write. I could try with my left-handed. I'm somewhat ambidextrous, but, it's still just a little bit more of a hassle to write left-handed than right-handed. So, I may adopt that and try. But the main thing is I can't write like I used to. And so that has kind of made me being able to learn via written, kind of that connection of hand to brain is no longer there. And so I'm having to adapt my learning style for Mandarin, because this has been the most successful way that I've learned Mandarin, to another type of way of learning. And adapting has been okay. I'm learning more obviously through spoken methods now, right? Or listening methods, whatever you want to call it. I'm using a few courses. I'm using kind of the immersive learning course that Xiaoma made, a Street Smart Chinese, which I really like. It's set up in a story, and you have all this stuff. And then I'm also using Chinese Pod, not Chinese Class 101, but there's a website called Chinese Pod that is set up infinitely better than the 101 stuff. But anyway, and I'm having to kind of learn. And the thing with Chinese is, for me, with Mandarin, is the tones. And fortunately, I've gotten far enough into Mandarin Blueprint method. Even though I can't write, I can still use their mnemonic system to at least remember tones and stuff like that, because that's part of where I had issues learning Mandarin in the past. Was you hear the word and you know the tone, but like, why am I associating this with this or whatever? I can't explain exactly what my brain is thinking as far as how I used to learn, but I can remember hearing words and being like, yeah, but the tone, how do I remember that? What do I remember? Oh, what is this? And it would just kind of like loosely be there, but I couldn't remember it. And with Mandarin Blueprint, I know the tone. I know why the tone is there. I know exactly what tone it is. And by the tone, I know the word. And by the character, I know exactly what it means, since some words are pronounced, the same, even with the same tone. And so I'm having to adapt that writing style and not be able to write it, but to use the mnemonic system and listen and learn via listening so much more, which has helped even just in a couple of days, it's helped my listening a lot. But it's just such an odd thing that I never thought that something that never even crossed my mind. I'm interested if anybody out there has had any experience where they've had an injury and, like, it's affected your language learning. So, and now it's not necessarily affected it negatively. I'm still learning. I'm still engaging in Mandarin every day. I'm listening. I'm learning a little bit more grammar, because like Chinese Pod will teach you a little bit more grammar. They do teach you vocabulary, and they teach you chunks as well, which is, I'm a huge fan of chunk learning. I think that's a really smart idea, is to learn a chunk. That way you have something to go with it. So I think that being able to adapt what I had into a newer method is going to help. And now I can I can do both of these as I start to heal, because my elbow, I'll be in a sling for, I would assume, probably between 4 and 8 weeks. I go back in a couple of weeks just to check and make sure everything's healing properly. I don't think I'm going to be out of the sling by then, but maybe. And it'll probably take a little while to even rehab a little bit of muscle memory for being able to write. Like right now with this hand, I don't really want to stand up. Like I can't even really I can kind of move my fingers like that, but I wouldn't be able to grasp a pencil even, or even try to write or anything like that. So it's something that I had to immediately kind of think of. Obviously I took a day and just kind of sat back and really just kind of took it all in and was just getting that day underneath me. But once that, I said, man, I've got to make a change to my language learning because I'm not going to put Chinese off for multiple months. It's something that I'm very passionate about. I love it. All of my interactions with Chinese people make me want to speak it so much more. Watching TV and stuff, you may hear Chinese, or you see a character and you're like, ooh, what does that mean? Even if it's a Japanese character, like, can I get the meaning of that? And I'm just really enthralled with the language right now, and I didn't want an injury, especially, you know, again, not being able to write. I didn't want this to affect me. So this may sound stupid to some because a lot of I know most people probably even watching my channel are more so like listening learners, or, you know, through immersion and stuff like that. But to me, this is a big deal. So I just wanted to make a video of that. I'm interested to hear if you guys have had anything kind of similar to this happen. Have you had an injury? Like I said, have you had, like, you know, maybe you're at a concert and your ears went out for like a week. Did you have to change or anything like that? So it's a really interesting thing. I'm going to keep going. I am loving Chinese more than anything right now. I don't know if I love Japanese when I was at the height of learning Japanese. I don't know if I loved it as much as I currently love Mandarin Chinese. This language is so beautiful. It's so amazing. There's so much incredible content. And I know that's always a thing, like, there's not a lot of content for it because China locks stuff down, yada, yada. But I've had no issue finding content. There's so much good stuff. Chinese dramas are the absolute best. And then, of course, I mean, they have their own little anime stuff and things like that. And it's just so much. And the people are so awesome. I see Chinese people everywhere. And if I hear them speaking, I may try to speak to them. I try not to butt into conversations, but especially at a restaurant or something, I'll speak up and say a couple things. And it's always just such an awesome experience and so motivating to make you want to continue learning a language. So anyway, I just wanted to talk about that for a little bit. Let me know if you've had anything. I'll keep doing updates on this and how I'm getting along with learning and things like that. And just take it day by day and see what we can do. Maybe I'll start trying to do a little bit of left-handed writing. I don't really know. But honestly, over the last couple days, I've really enjoyed just kind of taking everything in. I've not been making flashcards, obviously, not even on Anki, because it's just such a hassle to do with one hand on your computer. So I listen to the Chinese pod, and if there's new vocabulary, I use the mnemonic system that I have from Mandarin Blueprint, and that's generally enough to make the words stick. I don't even have to use any kind of flashcard or anything like that. So yeah, we're going to keep on going it. We're going to keep on going, taking it day by day and seeing how we make out. So thanks everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and until the next update, I will see you in the next video.